What's up? Welcome in. Hope you guys are having a great week or weekend. Hope you had a great week and that you have a great weekend. This reading is going to be for my Virgos. I'm hoping you can see that here. It's going to be for our Virgos. So we are or could potentially touch on anything from love, money, spiritual nature of things, mental nature of things going on with you, your emotional state. We're going to hit on it all or whatever comes up in the reading. Okay, so let's get a general message, general vibe for what my Virgos are facing this week. Virgos, we've got the Death card coming out here. Okay, so that tells me my Virgos are going through a transformation or transition this week. Okay, the Death card, when it comes up, it talks about things ending. So if you have anything that is trying to leave your life or anything that is trying to close out, go ahead and let that close out, because right behind death you have a rebirth. So the rest of the cards, I imagine, are going to clarify this and kind of let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling about it, and give us some guidance on how you can handle this transition that you are experiencing. But that seems to be the general vibe of the reading. So mentally, my Virgos may not be handling this change or this ending very well. We've got the Nine of Swords here for your mental state. So that lets me know that I feel like you guys are not handling it very well. You may be feeling paralyzed. Virgo may be a mutable sign, but if there's one thing that I know about Virgo, they don't particularly like change. They don't like, not knowing what's going to happen. They don't like their box being shaken. Okay, if any, some people say don't put me in a box. But Virgo wants to be in a box. They feel very comfortable there. They know exactly what to do, what's going to happen. They know what power they have, what power they don't have. They know who to go to, who does have the power to do something else. That somebody may be asking for, looking for. That provides a level of safety and security, comfort, but also fun for them as well, because it's like this is my area. Okay. This is it, and this is what I have at my disposal. I don't need or want anything else from here. And if you do want something else, Virgo, then you know what you need to do to get it. Now, sometimes too, I think the reason why Virgos are resistant to change is because Virgos have a deep understanding of the work that it takes to go through a change. Like, they know maybe what things need to end, what things they need to start doing, and can immediately become tired or feeling drained because of how daunting something may be. So it would be, better in a Virgo's mind to keep things the way that it is, rather than try and change it, because that's just a lot of freaking work, man. So I understand. I definitely understand, okay? I get that, Virgo. All right, we're going to get some clarifiers here. I'm shuffling to get the clarifiers for the reading. And then we're going to go ahead and clarify the Nine of Swords, so we can kind of get an understanding of what exactly has y'all feeling paralyzed. What exactly is it that has y'all feeling paralyzed? And then for the second card, I would like to know what can my Virgos do to get around being paralyzed, please, Spirit. So first card is telling us what has y'all feeling paralyzed. So them lessons, okay? Them lessons have you feeling paralyzed, like you can't move. Also makes me feel like kind of what I was saying, the work that you know you need to do. Maybe this is a change that you knew was coming, a change that you expected, but kind of resisted it because you knew all of the work and the hard effort that you were going to have to put in. So what can my Virgos do to get around feeling paralyzed right now? All right, we have Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And we got 10 of Pentacles here on the bottom. So it's two things that's coming to mind for what I feel like my Virgos can do to get around this feeling of like being paralyzed. You know, well, really three things. One is face your fear, honey. Face your fear, okay? It may be as bad as you think it is with the Nine of Swords here. I'm not going to lie. It may be as bad as you think it is. But with the Two of Pentacles coming up here in the reverse, I feel like there needs to be a certain level of acceptance. This isn't about, you know, really juggling or exploring options. It's more so just like kind of leaning into it, even embracing it, embracing the change, going with it. You know, the more you fight against it, the worse it'll be, the harder it'll be for you, Virgo. So this week is really going to be about leaning into the change is what it feels like, okay? We've got these Seven of Wands here as well. So I feel like for one, when I see the Seven of Wands, I feel like there may be this feeling of being alone and like everybody's against you, and that is not the case. Know that with this card here, that whatever situation is coming to mind as you're hearing this reading, you are on the right side of things, Virgo. Okay, you are on the right side of things, and that will be seen. There are some options at your disposal, but I feel like before you can get to these options that you have at your disposal, you have to accept what it is that is happening. Because if you're resisting what's happening and you're not accepting of this situation, the position that you're in, then you can't properly attack the situation. So really work to get back centered and get back on your square, Virgo. You know, this card lets me know that to some degree you're already on it. And don't be fooled by anybody who or anything that appears like it is against you. Because things are working in your favor. You are on the right side of things. But before you can really start strategizing, you know, and figuring out a way to move and navigate through this situation that you're in, you have to accept what it is. And then you know, you can rise to the occasion. So let's see, we got 10 of Pentacles coming up here. Some of the people who you feel are maybe part of the problem is that you feel like you don't have familial support. Could also be like financial support, maybe both, like some kind of mix of both family and financial support. Maybe you feel like it's the opposite, like they're the ones that are against you. And when we got Page of Swords here. So I feel like, you know, again, it could be things that maybe your family's saying, friends are saying, somebody close to you saying, so somebody, maybe even be somebody that, you know, you previously like respected or looked up to, valued their opinion and what they had to say, is now, going against you, and that you know, of course, would be hurtful if that is the case. But I wouldn't worry about what they're saying, because again, you're on the right side of things. Okay, you know, and I feel like with this Seven of Wands here, it's less about feeling like you have to defend yourself, especially. It's less about feeling like you have to defend yourself, Virgo, and more so just kind of accepting, okay, I don't have this person on my side. I don't have them as an option. And then kind of acting accordingly of who do I have on my side? What do I have on my side? What do I have working in my favor that I can really lean into and work with? There was something else I was going to say, Virgo. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, I wanted to clarify. That doesn't necessarily mean, like, especially if it is family, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, like, end relationships or cut them off. You can decide or assess that depending on, like, how hard somebody may be coming at you or going against you. I'll leave that up to you. But whatever it is that you're doing, you know, they'll come around. They'll come around because they, you know, if you're the one that's on the right side of things, then that'll show as things go forward. Let's get your emotions, okay? Ace of Cups. I feel like this is going to help you in the face of everything that you have going on. Really pouring into yourself, showing yourself some love through this. You know, whatever it is that's ending, whatever it is that you're going through or you're dealing with or you're facing, you know, this is hard. This is hard stuff. But you have to do for you. And I know Virgo, you know, it specifically is about serving others. And so it's very easy to serve others. But you have to learn that lesson of, you know, serving others through, you're in a better position to serve others once you help yourself and do for yourself. So I think that two things come to mind when I see these two cards together. So I have the Devil card here, and then I got the Page of Cups here. So for one, I feel like whatever it is that you feel like may not be being offered to you right now, I feel like that offer will come. But I also feel like there is a way out of the situation, even if you feel like there is not. And again, this acceptance of what is going on, of the things that are happening, rather than like fighting to try and end it, will bring about this offer or thing it is that you're waiting for, this sense of relief. We got King of Pentacles here. Okay. So this lets me know that things are working for you, even if it appears that they're not. Perhaps, you know, the King of Pentacles is that safety and security, okay? So even though your box may be shaking right now, Virgo, you know, you're more stable and secure than maybe you're thinking right now. And I think that getting back to this can help. There could be things in the physical realm that may help, like, you know, financial security. If that's what you kind of need to kind of lean into and rely on, your work, okay? So that way it makes you feel like you're working towards the goal. But I would say, again, if things appear that it's out of whack or out of balance, that it's not working for you, that's just what it looks like, okay? And that's just what you're thinking, that it's working against you. But you know, some part of you knows that it's not, and you'll begin to see that. Let's clarify for my King of Pentacles. All right, we got the Seven of Wands again, okay? So it's like, you know, Virgo, are you playing with me? Eight of Wands just fell out, okay? So, you know, this is just a delay. It's just a setback. But it's you know, it's gonna move forward a lot faster than you think. You just gotta keep pushing and keep working. And honey, this Seven of Wands coming out again, clarifying the King of Pentacles, and you know, with the Knight of Wands in reverse. First of all, remember that you're right, Virgo. Remember that you are right. Okay. You're overthinking stuff. You're panicking in your head, but everything else around you, you know, you're focusing on the right things. It looks like you're doing the right things. You're taking the right action. Because over here, you know, in the very physical sense, I mean, sometimes I wouldn't even advise for people to look at the physical for the comfort. But in this case, Virgo, if you're all in your head, I would advise you to look around. Look around you. And then just remember and know who you are. Know that you are right. Because look at the difference. between these two Seven of Wands cards, okay? Both of these cards essentially have the same meaning, but the energy that they're giving is different. So I feel like this Seven of Wands, this person that feels like they need to defend themselves and everybody's against them, is more in line with this, what's going on in your head, right? So this may be where you are going into the week, overthinking stuff and just looking at things in the wrong way. Flip it. Because this Seven of Wands lady, look, same stuff coming at her, but she's cool. And she's clarifying the King of Pentacles. So know that you are right in your stance and your decision making and the actions that you are taking. We do have Knight of Wands here reversed. Underneath the King of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. So be patient. A need to be patient comes to mind. Maybe part of what is making you crazy is feeling like you can't move. But instead of feeling like you can't move, maybe change that too into feeling like you shouldn't move. And that you do kind of need to be still right now and just kind of pause and take a moment. Pause and take a moment. Because even though we have wands and we have fire energy, the passion is there, is under earth energy. And now not just any earth energy, it's the King of Pentacles. So I see that as, continue to put your desires into the stuff that you're working on, even in the face of adversity, because it's going to work out. But it may not work out when you think it should or when you want it to, but it will work out. Go ahead and, put in that hard work. You already know, I said it at the beginning of the reading, you already know how much work it's going to take to put into making this change. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Stop fighting against it. Stop acting like you can't do it. Just stop whining about it. Just go ahead and put that work in, because, it's already in progress. This is going to happen. So you can do it willingly, or you can be dragged by this energy of these things ending and leaving your life and new things. Like, these things are going to end and new things are going to come in, and you could be in a position of embracing and welcoming the change, and kind of going ahead and doing that hard work, going ahead and doing what you need to do. Or you can get dragged by the energy, because things are leaving and you're trying to hold on to it. No, let that stuff go. Let that stuff go. So we got Knight of Swords clarifying the Death card here. I feel like my Virgos are all over the place. The word topsy-turvy comes to mind for some reason. It's such a weird word that I never even I never even say that or talk like that. And then we got Knight of Wands bottom. This, y'all, okay? A lot of hard work, stuff that you've been through. You're battle worn, you're tired. I get it. But stuff's got to be done. And then we have Knight of Swords and we have Temperance clarifying the Death card here. So on the one hand, I feel like not everything is going to be leaving. There's some things that you get to keep and bring with you into this new era, this new change, this new phase of your life. But I think Temperance here is about prioritization. And then with the Knight of Swords here underneath it as well, again, kind of making me feel like things are going to be happening a lot faster. I also feel like things are going to start to pick up speed, particularly this week. You may, start to see even more change if you haven't already. But I also feel like from the Knight of Swords that the faster that because it's the Swords card and it kind of, I feel like it's speaking a little bit to that nine. I feel like the Knight of Swords is speaking to the Nine of Swords. And so I feel like the faster that you are accepting of what is going on, and the faster that you, really get on deck, get back moving and kind of shake off this paralysis, the faster that you will begin to see the progress that you're wanting to look for. So that is your message this week, Virgo. I hope that it helps you. I hope that you like it and subscribe, so you can come back next week and we can do a follow-up. Yeah. And of course, if anybody wants to book a reading for their own personal situation and kind of you can get this same reading for your personal specific situation, or I do have other spreads and readings that I do. And just click the link underneath the video and let me know. Let me know. Thank you. Have a good day.